Hello again folks, and welcome back into the train room. I've been asked a few times if I would do a number of clips, a number of videos of me building a layout from the start to to the finish, how I do it. And I don't think I've ever done it before. In fact, I know I've never done it before. So to be honest, I never thought there was a need for it. But anyway, I've been asked, so I'll do one. Now, obviously, for a start off, well, this is the layout that I'm going to be doing here. This is an 09 or an On18 scale layout. So, baseboards. Let's start with the start. Baseboards. I always go to Grange and Hodder. There's lots of lightweight baseboards out there. Many years ago, I made my own. With the price of timber and everything today, certainly I live in the UK, in the United Kingdom. I cannot buy the timber cheaper to make these baseboards, rather than going to Grange and Hodder. And the reason I go to Grange and Hodder, I mean, there's lots of people out there that make them, but I go to them because if you look on their website, if you choose a layout, say 1200 by 6, and you don't want it 1200 by 6, say you want it I don't know, 800 by 400, you do pay for the 12 by 6 size, but they'll cut anything lower, smaller than that. So whatever you see on their website, if you measure it up however you want it, they'll make it for that price. Dead easy for me. This one here, as I say, 1200 by 400. Now, in America, and I think Canada, they do a lot. There's one very famous layout in particular, and it's all built on like extruded foam, I think it is. Now, we can get it in this country, but flipping heck, it's expensive. So that's why I go for these baseboards. To me, it's the cheapest way of doing it. I say I don't build them myself, too expensive, and these take all of 10 or 15 minutes to put together, and they're solid and they're light. So, as I say, unless I'm looking in the wrong place, cannot get that blue foam board or pink that they use. So what do I get? I get this, what do I use instead? Polystyrene. Yep, I've got a cheap hot wire cutter. And when I mean cheap, I do mean cheap. I think I paid £15 for it. And it has built loads and loads of layouts, more layouts than I can remember. Now the polystyrene, I'm just going down to this bucket here. I should have probably shown that. I buy, there you go, these circles here. They're from a cake making shop, cake displays, and they're, I think you're meant to use them exactly for that. I think people just put icing on them, put them for displays in the window. So I get a huge big box of those for £12 off of a very well-known eBay. Spit it out, eBay. They do £12. They're delivered, and you get a real good selection of different sizes. And this is obviously it's going to be quite mountainous. This layout. In fact, the top of the baseboard, I'm going to pinch an idea I've seen of somebody else, and that's going to be the cloud line. And everything else is going to be obviously above the cloud line, and it's going to be called, I'm not sure, I never do name my layouts, I don't know why I said that. But pop this polystyrene down onto there. I use a glue from, if I can get it down here, because I'm trying to remember all the questions that people have asked me. So we have a DIY store over here. I think it's called Screwfix, and I use, coming into shop now, no nonsense grab adhesive. Big tube like that. I think it's about £2.50. Sorry about noise, folks. I'm going to drop it on the floor. There you go. Yeah, big tube of that. Use it for everything. Never ever had a problem. Made well over 30 layouts with it. Never had a problem with it. The next thing, obviously the track base. Now this is 6mm plywood. A sheet of this I can get cut. I think it's around about, I think I paid about £8.50 for it, I think. I mean, as I say, I keep repeating myself, but timber's very expensive at the moment. Glued that down with the same adhesive, just put a bit of weight on it, left that overnight actually. And then, yeah, I mean, you can see this is a very, very straight forward, can I call it an oval? Yeah, it's an oval, isn't it, with a couple of kinks in it. Now that back section there is going to be hidden. And yeah, I'm going to go to Clive at Heathcote Electronics, loads of people do it, but I'm going to have a station stop because this will be a little bit of a display layout, so I want it to stop about where it is now, behind the baseboard, out of sight, and it'll stop there for a few minutes, and then it'll reappear, go around a bit of a zigzaggy front track, and there's going to be a lot more mountains or peaks of mountains, because I like it to sort of I don't want you to be able to see everything. I want it to disappear. I mean, it's only a small layout, but you know, I'm not so keen on those layouts that you can just stand there and see everything. I like people to have to move around a little bit just to see, you know, what where it's going, what's it doing. I'll lift it up a little bit so you can see that. This train here is, I think I said in another clip, it's a Kato chassis, not the one you're supposed to use with this engine, and this is from Shapeways, and never ordered one of these before. I paid more for the post and packaging than I did for the engine, but I wanted this engine, and it's not quite finished yet, but I'm really, really pleased with it. The Kato chassis, well, you can't beat them. So my intentions are to do the back scene next, the boards, just put the boards up, and what I will do is I will keep doing a short clip and just show you what I do. As I say, to me, I suppose I thought it would be uninteresting to people because it's a bit I get through fairly quickly. It's the scenery that I think most of you realise I like doing, and also making the Emmett style cartoony wagons. Anyway, folks, I think I've rabbited on enough, and say this is I could say day one, but it's not really day one because I left it overnight. So this is day two, and there is one question that I'll put out there because I'm not sure if anybody would know, but I keep using I use Gauge Master combi transformers for these small layouts, but I have seen them controlled just without like a speed controller. I mean, I literally want the engine to go this speed and, as I say, stop around the stop at the back. Now, if any of you know of a better idea than using a small transformer with a speed control on it, you know, if you know of one or a make or something that I can use, that it's literally just plug it in and, you know, switch it on, then I'd be very, very grateful for that knowledge or information, sorry. So thank you very much, folks. So it does seem a little peculiar doing this, but thank you anyway. Right, I'll leave it there, and happy modelling, folks. Take care.